Just rip it down. My friends, I come before you today with an apology. An apology that I guarantee is 100% free of spoilers for Metroid Dread. I recently published a video titled, Nintendo, Why You Do. In this video, I expressed my frustration that Nintendo spoiled what I felt would have been a major surprise in their own marketing material for Metroid Dread. I also talked about other details that I feel they previously spoiled as well. They've put out an absolute ton of trailers for the game, which is incredibly awesome because it means they're pushing the game really hard and making sure it's seen by as many eyes as possible. But it's also a little frustrating because there seems to be no end to the number of plot details they want to give us, and enemies and abilities and environments they want to show us. As I said in my video, these details are a little difficult to avoid without just staying off the internet entirely for the months leading up to release, and for some of us that's simply not feasible. Obviously, what constitutes a spoiler differs from person to person. We all have different levels of sensitivity to different kinds of information. I'm particularly sensitive to what I deem spoilers. I want to go into a game as blind as possible. One piece of information revealed by Nintendo that I felt was particularly spoilery pushed me to make a video on the topic. It wasn't a serious video by any means. I tried to put a pretty silly spin on it. Unlike this video, which is dead serious. Anyway, I published the video and immediately I saw commenters mentioning that it seems contradictory for me to show off trailer footage that I myself don't even want to see. I thought it was a little strange, so I kept watching the comments. And when a lot of people had reached the main point of the video, and even further the parts where I talk about other things Nintendo has spoiled, I started getting comments from people telling me that they had successfully avoided being spoiled by Nintendo, but this video itself had spoiled them. At first, this really confused me. When we were making the video, I assumed that it would be okay to talk directly about the spoilers I was referencing. I assumed that anyone avoiding Metroid Dread spoilers would also avoid a video talking about Metroid Dread spoilers, especially one with the word spoilers plastered all over the thumbnail. And trust me, figuring out what footage and details to include and not include in my videos is a constant struggle. There are some people who are just as spoiler sensitive as me, but then it seems like there are 100 times more people who aren't very sensitive at all. There's a very popular school of thought that if it's in the marketing material, it's not a spoiler. If it's not a leak or anything like that, but something that came from an official source, there's no possible way you can consider it a spoiler. And everything I mentioned in my video came straight from Nintendo. So that was certainly something that affected my decision. And really, the whole public knowledge thing is so complicated. I've been mad about journalists spoiling stuff in headlines before I even got a chance to be surprised. The 2018 Nintendo Direct Mini comes to mind. Nintendo shadow dropped it, so there was no possible way for me to go in blind. But when I complained about that, people got mad at me and told me being spoiled was my own fault somehow. So over the years, there have been some big surprise reveals that I've posted reaction videos on, like Breath of the Wild 2 or Sephiroth in Smash, and I've had people getting mad at me for spoiling them. Those people had YouTube notifications on, so the titles of those videos popped up right away. That's not exactly my fault, but it still makes me feel awful. But then I don't want to not make those videos because why am I not allowed to make a video about public knowledge that every other website and YouTube channel in existence is making content on already? Why am I the only one responsible for making sure no one gets spoiled? If we're talking about a scheduled reveal and not a shadow drop, isn't it 100% on the person who's got notifications on or who clicked the video? If we're talking about information that's already widely publicized, whose fault is it really when someone gets spoiled? It's a tough subject, and over the years, I've tried to take little precautions here and there. That's why I didn't initially reveal what game I was reacting to in the title or thumbnail of my Metroid Dread reaction. I can take precautions like that sometimes, but I don't always know where to draw the line, especially with so many people being downright hostile over my own spoiler sensitivity. People seriously get mad at me when I even bring it up. With everything in mind, I thought talking about the Metroid Dread details that had been spoiled in a video that was exclusively about Metroid Dread spoilers was perfectly reasonable. But boy, those comments just wouldn't stop coming. After a while, I thought, okay, let me make at least one small change to help people realize what I was talking about. So I put the word spoilers in the title of the video as well. And that didn't work. People kept commenting that the video was hitting them with spoilers. Many of them were quite upset. So after a while, I took it even further. I changed that part of the title to Spoilers Don't Click, just to make it a little funny too. And that also didn't work entirely. I mean, the comments slowed down, but they didn't stop. People kept clicking the video and being spoiled. That said though, I would still like to say this. If you watched that video and you were exposed to what you consider a spoiler because of it, I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Getting spoiled is a terrible feeling. I mean, a story about something great being spoiled for me led to the very first Arlo meme. It's kind of a big deal for me. So the idea that I didn't accidentally spoil something cool for just 1 or 2 people, but thousands of people? Maybe even tens of thousands of people? It makes a very not good feeling in my tummy, and I want to lie down for a year. Just like a year or 2, I promise I'll be back, okay? It's really awful. It's a really, really awful feeling. And while I could easily dig in my heels and tell everyone it's all their fault and I did nothing wrong, there was one kind of comment I kept seeing that really cut through all that. Basically, how could Arlo, of all people, show off these kinds of spoilers? I thought I could trust him. That right there is what did it. Because it's true. While on paper, you can absolutely blame a person for watching a video like that, I can't put 100% of the blame on someone who went into the video assuming that even considering the subject matter, I wouldn't spoil anything. I'm Arlo. I've made something of a reputation for myself here. I hate spoilers with a passion. It's not entirely unreasonable to assume that a video on the topic of spoilers might talk about the concept of spoilers without revealing any of them directly. I mean, sure, the word spoilers is all over the thumbnail, but they're covering up the actual spoiler in the image, and I'm trying to look away. I could see someone thinking the video might be safe. And that's why I'm sorry. I regret not putting those warnings in the title from the get-go. I regret not starting the video off with a solid spoiler warning, just right at the start. At this point, the views have all but stopped, the damage is already done, and I think the title update might have finally done the trick. I don't want to take the video down because I think there does come a point where I have to let go of that responsibility. It says, spoilers don't click. I don't really know what else I can do. Also, the algorithm does not like deleted videos. That's a big no-no. But at the very least, I can apologize to those first many thousands of people who watched with the original title and just didn't realize they were about to see some spoilers. I'm sorry. Arlo has made you sad, and that is not something that Arlos like to do. It is in fact the opposite of what Arlos like to do. They like the happies. They like to put the happies on the faces. Only the happies. I can't promise that I'll never make mistakes ever again, or that you'll never see any spoilers in my videos. Again, if the whole internet is talking about something that was officially revealed by Nintendo, I'm gonna want to talk about it too. But I can move forward with this experience in mind and try my best to strike a balance. And if you're as spoiler sensitive as I am, I implore you to search for every hole in the dam. Think of every way you might be spoiled and plug up those holes. In particular, think about your YouTube notifications when directs and the like come around. That seems to be a big one there. When stuff drops, the YouTube machine is gonna react, and you've got to be prepared for it. While there is no way I can repair the damage I have caused, I at least hope that you are able to forgive me in time. I hope that we can continue this YouTube journey and still be excited for Metroid Dread together. It turns out Samus is Ridley's father.